Hey guys, this is Barbros of Barbros Gaming. Welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be looking at a new keyboard that I just got in. This is the Redragon K561 Visnu. This is what I believe is a new keyboard from Redragon. I haven't seen it. It's not even on their website that I can find. But it is, as you can tell, it is an RGB keyboard. It is true RGB. It does have a metal backplate design with a brushed finish, and it does use the floating key design. There's no base for it to lay in. It is floating keys. Let's get to talking about the RGB. This has more lighting features than I've seen in other keyboards before. Usually you only have just a few different modes that you can do for the lighting, but let's go ahead and take a look at the lighting modes. First off, your function key and the 6 keys here, your insert key, delete key, home, and page up and page down are going to be the keys that you use to select all of your modes. So let's get to going with the first one. The first mode is called the Trial of Light, and obviously it is just a trial of all the different colors that the keyboard has to offer, and it just kind of cycles through all the different colors. Second mode, it's going to be just the breathing of the rainbow. And your third one is going to be just normally on. So it's going to stay like this. There's no effect, it's just a static display. Next set of modes for the function and home button is this first one. It's called the Ripple Graph, which this is anytime you are going to push a button, it's going to give a ripple effect. Pretty cool. I like it. This is one of my favorite modes. I just think it's so cool. Function home again for the second time gives a fading, and it's called a pass without trace. So every key that you press, it will light up that key, and each time you press that key, it lights up a different color. And basically each key that you press, it goes away and it kind of fades. Okay, the next set of modes, actually there's one more for page up. I'm sorry, for home. And that's the third one. Is basically, it's the ripple, but it just goes down the row that the particular key that you press is on. For the next set of modes for page up is going to be Hurricane. Now this, it kind of looks like a sine wave almost, like a sound wave, which is really cool. I haven't seen this mode in too many keyboards. I think it's really unique, and I really appreciate the different modes that they've put in here. The next one is called Accumulate. This is also another one that I have not seen in other keyboards. It's a little different, but it is pretty neat. And then the third one is called Digital Times, which basically looks like it's raining keys. I have seen this one on other keyboards, but it's a pretty cool lighting mode. And for function delete, the first mode is go with the stream. So this is your basic RGB kind of flow that you see on most of your keyboards. And you can, an added thing, you can change your brightness and direction of the movement. So if, like for this one, if you wanted it to go left instead of right, like it's flowing right, you'd simply hit function and then left, and it would change the direction, and you'd hit left again to change it back the other direction. The next one is Clouds Fly. So it just kind of cycles through all the colors, but it just kind of flows through the keyboard. It's kind of a neat one. And then you have Winding Paths, which is basically just kind of throws all the colors and it's actually doing, if you can tell, it's actually doing like a counterclockwise motion. So if you hit function and then left, it's going to go back the other way. That one's pretty cool. I don't recall seeing that on too many keyboards, so it's kind of a neat one. Next one is going to be flowers blooming, which is a function and end, which that is one that you've seen on other keyboards before. It is changing colors. It's kind of a neat one. And the next one for function end is Snow Winter Jasmine. I'm not sure who came up with these names, but it is one of the names for the mode. And then the last one for function end is Swift Action, which appears like it's dropping a row for each color, and it's just kind of cycling, like the entire row is kind of like raining down. So that's kind of neat. And then for function page down, you have both ways, which is like a wave almost. Just kind of goes back and forth, kind of neat. And then you have surmount. I'm not sure. Looks like it's static, and you can change the colors by hitting function and the right button. So that's pretty nifty. And then for the third one, this is called Fast and the Furious. So it's just kind of all of them. It kind of looks like it's starting from the middle and just kind of rippling out, which is kind of cool. And again, you can change directions by hitting function and left. You can change the brightness level by hitting function and up and down. And then you could cycle through the different colors by hitting function and right. And you can adjust the speed of these effects by hitting function and your plus or minus keys. They've got the dedicated down and up. So there is your lighting for this keyboard. As far as the switches, this keyboard uses the Automu Blue switches, meaning that they're going to be your louder, more tactile click than your average keyboard. It's going to be louder than your reds and your blues and your blacks. My previous keyboard, which is also Redragon, it was the K552. It also had the Automu Blue switches, and I do have to say that the switches on this board feel more resistant and they give off a more satisfying and quieter sound than my previous board. I'm not sure if it's due to the floating key design, because the Redragon, the K552, which I had previously, it didn't share the same design. The keys kind of sat into the base, so I'm not too sure about that, but I'm thinking that's going to be a contributing factor there. I am a big fan of the more resistant feel to these switches. It feels a little bit more satisfying to type on this keyboard, and it makes the keyboard, to me, it makes the keyboard feel a little bit sturdier for some reason. The keycaps are double injected, so they're going to be more durable, they're going to last longer. The key life is rated at 50 million keystrokes compared to most of your other keyboards that you see are rated at 40 million keystrokes. So let's move on to the value. The value, as far as the review, as of this review, like I said, the price of the RGB model is $55.99 on Amazon. That's in US dollars. And if you're not a big fan of RGB, you just want this keyboard, but you would like to have the rainbow backlit, there is a rainbow backlit version for $48.99. But for less than a $10 upgrade, you're going to get a ton more features built into the keyboard. I feel it's a very competitively priced keyboard compared to other models I've looked at before. The Mechanical Eagle Z88. It's a pretty similar keyboard. It just has the wire routing on the bottom. Compared to this one, doesn't. This one doesn't have the removable USB cable. The Mechanical Eagle Z88, it does. But to me, they're very similar keyboards. Very, very similar. So if you compare to other RGB keyboards that you find on Amazon, they're all going to be around the same price point. As far as I'm talking, not your name brands like Razer, Logitech, and Corsair, all those big name brands. This is around the same price point as I found other non-name brand keyboards for RGB. So it's very competitively priced. My recommendation for the keyboard is to buy it. Give it a try. I guarantee you'll like it. It's a very, very well built keyboard, and I have enjoyed typing this. I typed this entire review on it, and then I also have been playing multiple different styles of games, from MMORPGs to first-person shooters. I've played them all, third-person shooters, and I've enjoyed every bit of what I've been doing on this keyboard. It's a very, very nice keyboard. Like I did mention before, the only couple things that I have to complain about the keyboard, and they're really not complaints, it's just maybe future upgrades. The detachable USB cable, you're starting to see that in some of these newer keyboards. It is nice to have as far as like if you travel and if you do happen to take your keyboard with you. And also something I've started to see in some other keyboards, it's still not super common, but I'm starting to see it as replaceable switches, like the easy do-it-yourself. Yeah, it comes with the tool and you just pull them out and put a new one in case they go out on you. This one, this board is, the switches are soldered in, so you would have to know how to solder in order to switch out the switches on this keyboard. I was going to do an unboxing of this keyboard, but as you can tell, the box came a little damaged, and that was kind of a letdown, but that's okay. It's just a box. But this is the box for the keyboard. So usually comes pretty nice packaging. I'll just go ahead and do like a quick little run through the box. Comes with the instruction manual, which explains the backlit modes. And once you open up the box, it is wrapped in bubble wrap, and it does come with these ends that were on the keyboard to help protect it during shipping. So overall, I highly recommend the keyboard. Like I said, for $55.99, you're getting a full RGB lit keyboard, and with a ton of good build quality. And it also, the only thing I didn't mention, it does come with a keycap puller. Pretty sure y'all know what switches look like, so I'm not even going to pull off the key. But again, this is the Redragon Visnu K561. You can get it on Amazon. I will put a link to the product down below. And if you would, please, if you like this video, please click the like button. And also, if you like the content of my channel, don't forget to click that subscribe button. That way you can see when I upload new videos. And also, if you'd like to be notified when I upload new videos, you can click that little bell next to subscribe, and it'll notify you each time I upload a new video. Alright guys, this is Barbros with Barbros Gaming, and I greatly, greatly appreciate you for watching this video, and take care.